Wake County commercial land sales. What kind of commercial lots are being purchased or sold right now? Just kind of large lots in
All
Wake
over the
County?
place, all over the place. One of the biggest transactions I ever had was last year in Morrisville. It was a 3-acre tract right in front of RDU Airport. And we spoke earlier about meeting with town planners and different municipalities, and some are more fun to work with than others. Morrisville has such a, I mean, I know people that, 20 years ago said Morrisville was just a train track going through the middle of it, and there really wasn't anything but farms out there. Now it is definitely a densely populated area. It's all part of Raleigh and Cary and really Durham. It's just all meshed together right now. So this 3.5-acre tract I had was, it was an REO. It was something that had been foreclosed upon by a bank, Fifth Third Bank. And I was Fifth Third Bank hired me as their representative. It had an appraisal of like $2 million, and they just wanted to get rid of it. And so we had it for sale for $1 million. But one of the bad things about banks is they have no emotion whatsoever. I always tell people 2 things you need to know about banks. Good thing, they have no emotion whatsoever. Bad thing is they have no emotion whatsoever. So this property was at a 50% value, but they were not going to carry it to rezoning. So whoever bought this property was going to get a heck of a deal, but they weren't going to know definitely what they could or couldn't do with the property. So I wanted to do a little bit of due diligence ahead of time. I met with the town planner of Morrisville, and he was very familiar with the property. It's right there as you're going into RDU Airport. It was on a corner, and he said, Eric, yeah, we're real familiar with this property. He goes, let me tell you 2 things I don't want on this property. I don't want a hotel or motel, and I don't want a convenience store. I said, gotcha. Okay, you don't want a convenience store, you don't want a hotel, motel. I got it. So phone's ringing off the hook. We get several offers, but every offer I get, they're like, we'll buy it, but we want to make sure it's rezoned for this. I'm like, the bank's not going to do that. You got to be cash. You got to close in 30 days. You're getting a heck of a deal, but you're not going to be able to take this to rezoning. So finally, I get a guy, and he calls me up, and he says, Eric, we understand, no rezoning, cash, we're going to close on it, no problem. I said, okay, great. What do you want to do with it? He says, we want to do a convenience store in the back. We're going to do a hotel motel. I said, yeah, I got to tell you, go talk to the town planner, but those are the only 2 things he doesn't want. He's like, yeah, we're not worried about it. Sure enough, they close on the property in 30 days, and standing there right now is a convenience store and a hotel and motel. I don't know how they got it done, but so anyways, commercial's a really, really wild world. I probably have the greatest percentage of commercial in the Pittsboro area. As far as a leasing agent, I manage a lot of properties in the downtown Pittsboro area and several throughout the county commercially. And as far as a market share of just commercial sales, we had, it was about a year ago today, last year we sold a $2.2 million piece in downtown Pittsboro or whatever. So we definitely have a good market share of commercial properties in Pittsboro. There's just not enough of it for that to be my full-time gig. I love it, I enjoy it, but there's just not enough going on. The commercial that I've done in Wake County, there are specific people that do commercial properties that are commercial improved. It's an old store, it's an old warehouse, whatever. I'm probably not the guy for that, but raw land commercial, so it's called commercial unimproved. It's already zoned commercial, or it's transitional land and its highest and best use is obviously commercial. I think I can do people a good service on that.